EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. The house that Mr. Palmer built, Bay Hill Club and Lodge, nestled in the heart of Orlando, Florida. This course plays host to one of the great tournaments on the PGA Tour schedule, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo here today, bringing you all the action from today's round at Bay Hill. Here at the first, ready to get this round underway. How do you handle the 461-yard par 4, Frank?
Two choices, Rich. Dogleg left, so either lay it up at those two bunkers, which is about 285, or if you can hit a nice high draw, then just go for it.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. What's he need to watch out for here, Frank?
Those two front bunkers, Rich, the one that protects the left and the right. More often than not, you want to pitch the ball on the front of this green. They are the two to be concerned about.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Settles in over the putt. Even par early on. Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
For par. Still even par for the day. Frank, now to the third hole here at Bay Hill. If you have a case of the snap hooks, you're in some serious trouble here.
You're going to run out of golf balls here as well, but a good tee shot's going to leave you something like 150, 160 yards into a very narrow green.
Second shot here at the third.
One of the narrowest greens at Bay Hill. Water, as you can see on that left side. So for the faint of heart, you're going to miss, if anything, to that right side. And that's exactly where they put a little bunker. So be very straight on the second.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Good putt. And now 1 under par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Fourth hole is the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
very scoreable. 2 bunkers down the left, the first of which takes 330 yards to get it past that.
Definite birdie hole, maybe even a chance for Eagle to really jumpstart the round. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
-2 for the day. Frank, at the 4th, we pulled the hammer out. Here, maybe it's a scalpel?
Well, it just depends. A little trailing breeze. A drive is not always a bad play here. 367 yards to the front. There's a little kick forward. So, wind behind your back, almost worth a go. In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
Frank, what about this approach shot here at the 5th?
One of the few holes where you get a short iron in your hand for that second shot, but that green slopes away at about a 45-degree angle to the right, which makes distance control paramount here at 5.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. On to the par 5, 6th hole. This is one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill. Frank, what does it take to stay out of trouble on this hole?
Well, I always thought horseshoes were lucky. The 6th hole shaped like a horseshoe was anything other than that. You fear a little left and big problems.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Second from an excellent lie. All right, Frank, you've played it safe. Now you have that third shot. What's the best way to get to that hole location and make the birdie?
The angle of the green really does favor the layup shot because at least you're hitting across the length of the green, but it's a little bit like that third hole, a very narrow green. So once again, that wedge shot has to be very precise.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Boy, this would be nice. A 4th consecutive birdie. Heating up.
I'm running out of fingers.
Starting to fire on all cylinders. A couple of birdies in a row and now 4 under. Well, you're breathing a sigh of relief. Your round wasn't sunk at the par 5, 6th, and now you come to this par 3. It's just a little under 200 yards.
Yeah, aiming at the middle of the green's not a bad thing here, Rich. You can always putt to the corners and have a birdie chance.
You take 3 and walk off this hole to the 8th?
Well, you could get a little greedy. You know, a tee shot in the middle of this green is not too bad. You'll still have a birdie putt.
Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Pretty good shot right there. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. Getting set now over the putt. -3 now for the round. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. 170 yards left. Frank, mistake-free golf. You hope you can keep it together. Possibility of a very special round here.
Yeah, the only real thing to worry about is not to get too far ahead of yourself. At the moment, the swing looks tremendous. And just keep the round ticking over, one hole at a time. I know it sounds like a cliche, but right now, he's exactly where he wants to be.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length. Yeah, that was just begging there for a good putt.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally a nice little draw off the tee, but the hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left and yet the green goes the other way.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens. Nice par to remain 3 under. Beautiful day here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida. Great weather. Frank, how do you get off to a great start here on the back 9?
Trying to avoid those 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, but it's one of the few holes that moves to the right. So if you can just smoke one over that right bunker, just a sand iron in there.
Second shot, Frank, now to the par 4-10.
Have to look, first of all, which quarter of the green that the flag is, because this 10th green really is 4 different quarters. As long as you're keeping that second shot in that little area, then 10 will certainly reward that second shot.
This won't hurt him. Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. 14 feet to the hole. Not too much and not too little. Perfectly played into the center of the cup. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway, just short of that second bunker. And it sits up 6 or a 7 on.
Frank, that golf ball's sitting up like a red velvet cake in a bakery. It looks pretty, doesn't it?
Time to take a bite of it. Savor it. Hit the next one close.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
And that's in for a par. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Second shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, hit shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
Birdie try up next. And getting ready for the putt.
Normally you'd be happy to take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
At the par 4 13th now, Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those 3 bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's that sneaky distance.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards, Frank.
It plays uphill, prevailing breeze too, into your face, so normally much longer than its yardage.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. We're here at the 15th now, and a big dogleg right on this one. Frank, what's the best route to take to shoot the low number?
You've got to look at that run out down the left side, which is about 320 yards. If you can stay short of that, then that gives you a perfect shot into this green.
Boy, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Now to 7 under par. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
What an opportunity, a putt for eagle. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, this is a great hole through the years to watch when the pressure is ratcheted up deep into a round. That is all you want at more than 220 yards.
Placed slightly shorter because it's downhill. The bunker's on the left in play. Even the bunker short right, and of course the water, if you just miss it a bit, that's in play. And the green shapes away from you. This has to be the most difficult par 3 on the golf course.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Can't wait to write those on the card. 1 below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. Frank, time to bring your best. It's the finishing hole here at Bay Hill.
Yeah, if you can get through the final 3 holes in even par or better, you've really done well. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. In the thick stuff.
Thick, it's brutal out there.
And setting up here in the rough. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. 8 under par for the round. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid